Excuse me, hey you, down here. Here's a tale I think you'll like to hear. It's the life story of my father, the great bigleaf maple of River Cedar. Did you know 45 is the number of miles this watershed stretches? From what you call Maple Valley to Washington Lake, where the river now empties, has been for centuries the fall destination for steelhead and salmon catches. My father grew up watching bare brown feet as they walked back and forth hauling their fair load of fish meat. The few parts they could not use, they fed to my father in the soil of his roots. For generations, he was nurtured and grew until his great white leaves were strong enough to protect his crew from the harsh rays of the sun and provide refuge until the raindrops were done. From his great height, he claimed the forestry divined. He watched as the land changed under the padding of boots. They came with their weapons of mass destruction. They didn't even ask for extra lumber support. They took not what they needed, but more for sport. Their carelessness caused rage in the form of flames until all that was left were the scattered remains. From the river's edge, the wind carried his family screams. The way my father described the scene still seems to haunt me in my dreams. They left the land weak, so invaders intervened. Blackberries took over in droves. Whichever area they chose, the flora broke. Their henchmen, the knotweeds, would grab the nearest plant and choke. The suffering lasted so long, even my father began to give up hope. As their veins tightened their vice-like rope, it wasn't until he was in the last of the 20% and was marked for death that in came the true environmental protectors that cut through the blackberry bushels with swift ferocity. Then they brought justice to the weeds mid-rap. As the healing hands proceed, the invaders secede, and it's true they'll succeed, but unfortunately for one mighty tree, they came too late to help him breathe. The damage had been done, the protectors were privy, and though they could not save, they plucked his seed. Then they sowed with all the water and love it could ever need. And you know who it's branded to be? Not the first to fall in a lifetime of prime, but I was selected, chosen in his honor, and it's only a matter of time before I grow to be just as tall, and this story gets passed down to a seedling of mine, whom I hope will view what my father described as divine.